Yes, and this is another Pursuing God's Heart, John chapter 18. This is the chapter where we transition from all of the sort of talking and praying of Jesus for the last few chapters into, I suppose, the action, if you like, the arrest, the trials, and then next chapter, the crucifixion of Jesus. And so at the start of chapter 18, this is where Jesus is in the Garden of Gethsemane and the arresting party come to arrest him. He identifies himself, they fall down. We'll talk about that maybe another time. But at the end of that little section there, verse 10, Peter pulls out his sword and tries to stop it from happening. Cuts off the right ear of Malchus, and Jesus is kind of stopping the stopping, if you like, stopping the futile attempt of Peter to change the course of history. And he says in verse 11, Peter, put your sword into its sheath. Like, put it away. That's not what's going to happen here. Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me? That's an amazing verse, isn't it? Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me? The Father has a plan. Jesus has come to this point. We know from the other Gospels that he's wrestled with that in prayer and cried out to God about it. But now he's settled. He's following through. He's going to accept what the Father has planned for him. Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me? And from this point on, it's really kind of heavy reading, isn't it? Just to read on and see Jesus going through the trials, being treated the way he was, suffering in the way he did, and then going to the cross and all that happened there. And when you get to the end of his 6 hours on the cross, in chapter 19, verse 28, just a little sneak preview, it's come to a conclusion. And in order to fulfill Scripture, he says two words at that point: I thirst. I thirst. I suppose it's like the bookend. It completes what's begun here, the sort of the start of the action. Jesus saying, I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink the cup. And then you get to the end, and then Jesus says, I thirst. He's given a last drink, if you like, and he takes that and then cries, it is finished, and breathes his last. And the amazing thing about the whole thing is that God planned it, Jesus understood it, and followed through on it. Jesus drank the cup that the Father had given him for us.